Hello, everybody. I am live. It is 4 o'clock, well, 4:02 here on the East Coast. Thank you guys for being here. I saw a lot of you early in the chat, so thank you all for your support. Appreciate it. So today's the big day. Been waiting for this day for 2 years now, since 2022. So here we go. It is now launched. It's on my website. You guys can check out my website, arcanashores.net. So the wait is over. And I want to say thank you to Muhammad. He is in the chat. He helped me. He designed the website and helped me get this together quickly. So thank you so very much. But it is all ready here. Wait is over. So let me show you guys what it includes. So you can get the cards and the video, the tarot course, but it also comes with a one-on-one reading with myself after you do the course. So you're getting 3 things in this whole package here. So, and you can also get an autographed deck of cards as well. So that's really exciting. But yep, here it is. It's all launched and ready. So I want to stop sharing that and share another screen real quick. Here we go. So just so you guys know, this is what it includes. It's not just the cards, but you are also getting a tarot course. So this is a deck of cards that I designed. So the purpose behind this is to help people grow and evolve and trust themselves, their own intuition. I don't believe in learning by a book, as a lot of you already know. But if you have missed some other shows that I've done, and I said that, I'm saying it again. So I don't believe in the old way of tarot, of reading the book. I feel like that suppresses not only your imagination, and what comes to you in the visions, psychic visions that you will get, but it's your intuition and the trust that you have in yourself. So reading those old books, and no judgment on anyone who loves, of course, I have a lot of respect for Rider-Waite, the original tarot. But and some of my cards honor Rider-Waite as well, but not all of them. They are based off my original visions for each character and each setting. The skies, also the coloring. There's a lot of inspiration behind that. And these were all visualized in what I saw in each character, such as the Emperor or the Empress. Also, my own card, Arcana Shores, is its own card. So that represents freedom. And it's that freedom of when you finally realize who you are and you finally own it. You own who you are and you love yourself. So it's about self-love, but freedom ultimately. And just your independence and being original and doing you. So that is the card, my own card. So yes, let me share screen actually and stop sharing that one. So my card, Arcana Shores, is an actual card in the deck, but it's also the backs of each and every card. So you will see here, it's on every back of the card of my whole deck. Beautiful. And it also has Capricorn and Gemini on the seashell. So I think it's very pretty. All the beautiful colors, but that's what I imagined. And it's that feeling of freedom from old karmic ties and finally evolving and getting away from that and cycles and toxics, such as relationships or certain family members, stuff like that. So it's about freedom. But so enough on the Arcana Shores card. There's also some other cards in the deck that no other tarot deck has. So this is a deck also of 80, but some are also different. So the High Priestess is also a lot different. I didn't quite agree with the Rider-Waite version with the Tora in the in the pillars and everything. It's gorgeous, yes. But I wanted something different. So I was inspired, and I always see her more like this. So the High Priestess, she's an older version of the girl that I have in the World card. So the World card, in my eyes, endings and beginnings of new cycles. After you end certain cycles in your life, karmic cycles, karmic relationships, you guys get the gist. So that's the World card. But I also feel the High Priestess is in great relation with that World card, because either man or woman, doesn't matter, but you evolve. So once you close cycles and you move on from certain cycles in your life, you become a High Priestess. Or if you're a man, more so like the emperor. So you own it, you own yourself, you know where you're going, you've evolved, you've passed all the universal tests. So this is my high priestess. She's gorgeous, so I love this card. And again, all the backs have the Arcana shores on there. But I do want to show the quality of these cards, because as you guys know, and I've pointed this out before, the quality in most tarot decks, this is what happens. And yes, I pull cards every day, but I don't necessarily use this deck for every single reading. You guys see me, whoops, as you can see, like this one, it's not that old, but look at it. It's fallen apart. I don't use this deck for every single reading or every show. You guys see me change decks all the time. I have about 15 decks total, but I will be giving those away, and some of you are going to own them because I'm going to just use my own deck. But anyways, as you can see, the quality, the edges, the paper, it all matters. So let me show you the quality of my cards, and that's why I wanted the best. I spent and invested a lot of money into doing this, a few thousand, by working hard. You guys see me every day working hard. But I invested in making these cards the best of the best quality that you can get. And yes, I had to deal with overseas because I really wanted that gold on the edges. But let me show you. So as you can see, there is a gloss to these cards. This is the best paper you can get. So they're very glossy and beautiful. The colors are vibrant. The edges are gold. No one in the US wanted to give me the gold on the edges. I don't know why. So it was meant to be that I had to work with a different company, and I'm fine with that. It was fine. It was more. I had to spend more, but it's okay. They're gorgeous and so pretty. And I have a couple special guests coming on the show today to show you and tell you what they felt when they held this deck in their hands, and the quality as well. So that's a little picture there of the quality. You can see the shine and the gloss on the cards, but also, now let me share a different one too. So this is my main thing. This is what I really kept seeing in my mind. I'm like, they have to have the gold. They would not be the same if they didn't have the gold on the edges. Because I want luxury. I want them to be regal and just beautiful. Because if we're going to pull cards and put all our love and intention into them, they must be beautiful. And a lot of decks out there are. But I have to say, and I'm not biased, but I have to say they are gorgeous. I think the most gorgeous that I've seen, for sure. But that's what I truly envisioned, and I got it, the gold on the edges. They also have the beautiful black on the border of the cards. So yeah, just gorgeous. Now there are some other cards in here that are different. No other tarot deck has. No other tarot deck has 80 cards either. So yes, I broke their rule or whatever. But here's one. So this is a different card too. So this is about when we overcome things, like against the odds, against all odds, like making it out alive out of a situation that most people wouldn't have made it out of. So that's what this card is about. And I'm definitely in my tarot course, I'm going to go through all of these and help you understand what my visions are. But I don't want you to just use my visions. I want you to visualize and feel whoever you're reading for. I want you to feel it. I want you to use and trust your intuition. Don't just go off of my creation. It's your creation too. So I want you guys to feel it. And what download are you getting? What do you feel? And it depends on who you're reading and what the question is as well. But there's many ways that this card can resonate with many people. Beating against all odds, surviving something that you possibly should have or most likely would have passed, So this is a beautiful card, or even being rescued. Like whatever comes to you, that you need to trust your intuition. And that is why this is the whole purpose of why I wanted to design this deck. That's what these colors are. The colors of different auras, and even the colors of the sun, the sunsets, all of that triggers intuition. So in case you didn't know that, that is a true fact. But it triggers your intuition and helps you to get those downloads and to embrace them. So that is why I was inspired, and I'm going to share screen, very inspired by the beautiful skies out here right out here in South Florida. And I hope I have it here, but I want to share. But here's one photo, just one instance. Now this happens almost every day. The beautiful sunsets and sunrises, but how important the sun is for our health, not only our health and our brain activity, but our intuition. This helps you evolve. This is very spiritual. So those colors I tied in, as you can see in my card, the Arcana Shores card here, the whole deck, every card has the light in it. Beautiful, but that's going to help you get those downloads to come in. It really does. It really helps you. So that's one thing I wanted to go over. But I'm going to share some cards with you. So let's share them. Here we go. So we went over the quality. So now we're going to go over some of the some of the beautiful images here. So the Four of Wands. This is my Four of Wands. It's still, yes, it looks very romantic, but I want you guys to embrace your intuition. Whatever's coming to you when you see this, whatever comes to you when you're reading for someone. So this is what I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach how colors and also different meanings, how many different meanings you can get from this. So many, but you need to trust what's coming in with whoever you're reading for, because that's the magic, and that's where the magic comes in. And then you get confirmation from whoever you're reading for. So it's beautiful how it works, but it all ties in. It's quantum for sure. But colors, images, it's the tone. Like you can see the tone in this card is romantic, right? But there could be a different question. It could not even be about a romantic question, and it will tie in and you will get a download. It could be a collaboration. It could be two people scheming together or something. You know, it could also be a negative. So it's however it comes to you. You just have to trust what comes in. So that's the key. But let me share some more because they're all so beautiful. And I'm going to share my favorites, of course. And they're all my favorites, but then we'd be here all day because there's 80. But here's the Three of Wands, inspired by the ocean, of course, my favorite place. So that's also, and again, listen to your intuition. I don't believe in rules. I don't believe in books. So I'm not going to tell you this is what it means and everybody needs to go by this. That's not how I believe. But yeah, we're going to go and let me share some other cards here as well. So that was the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the best ones, my favorite ones, I'm going to save for just a second here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the Queen of Wands, and I actually have someone here, a special guest, who inspired this beautiful card, the Queen of Wands. So as you can see, it doesn't have a cat in this one like normal. Usually you'll see a cat. She has a bee in her hand as well, and she has her wand. So I want to invite the real life version of my Queen of Wands. So she's going to come in because this is a party. This is a launch party. So she is here, and this is Lisa Victoria. So welcome.
Got in.
The Queen of Wands. Yes.
Hi, guys.
So I'm going to stop sharing, but tell me a little bit about the Queen of Wands and our little scheme to come up with this beautiful card.
Well, I love bees. Bees are powerful.
Yep.
I love my son, who's my dog. He's amazing. I love magic. I like my red lipstick. I like highlights.
Yes.
And I like queens.
Yes. So, and
like
you're very
queens.
intuitive. She's very intuitive and magical, and just has been an inspiration in my life. So that is why I did choose her, and I said, hey, would you like to be in my tarot deck?
I was like, yes.
And she did. And she did.
I would.
And when we first met, I told you it was in 2022 as well. So I was like, I want to make a tarot deck. And she's an artist. She's a legit beautiful artist. Seriously, her art's, and you guys are going to see some very soon. It's true. But that is also another reason why I'm like, I would love to make a tarot deck. Like, what should I do? So you embrace that, my energy, and you're like, you just have to do it. There's people out there that can do it. You helped me with some of the art at the very beginning as well. So thank you for that.
pleasure, honey.
But yeah, is there anything you'd like to share about when you held these cards?
Yes, these. One thing I told you a long time ago with your cards, but these cards, these are really magical because you thought of them and you created them. And something about you that a lot of people I think that know you is you create magic because you literally change lives. But your cards, like they're magic. They're really powerful. You gave me a deck of your cards when I first met you, and they're the most magic cards I've ever had. Almost makes me want to cry because they're living. If that makes sense, they're literally living cards. And when I think of a card, I'm like, that's the best card in the deck. I actually turn it over. I'm like, what? So I'm just excited for people to have these because I think that I think they will change vibrations and like really like make a magic manifestation for people when they use them for real.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I'm really proud of you. So
thank you. It's been so much fun. And I remember that deck of cards I gave her. They I don't know.
Angel did the newts.
It just looked like more for you. I'm like, this is your style. It's very artsy and just pretty. It was another pretty deck, but I'm like, this is for Lisa. So for sure. Well, you're welcome.
I love you.
And I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you.
I love you, sweetie.
Thank you so much. Well, thanks for joining in the show. I know she's babysitting my little Allie right now to keep her quiet. But yeah, the Queen of Wands, gorgeous card. Beautiful, and that's her. That's Lisa. So thank you for being here. I love you too. But yes, so awesome. And I also have a very special guest coming in at the end of the show, who's also a part of the deck. I want to share his now too. Why not? So yeah, the Emperor, the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups in my deck becomes the Emperor. So as he evolves and more success and just being a very honorable person and honest and pure and caring and helping humanity. So no better than this person here, which you guys all know, and you guys could take a guess in the chat, but I mean, it's very obvious. But yeah, so there's the Knight of Cups, gorgeous card, gold and white on a beautiful white horse. But that's the vision that I had of the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining armor for most decks. For my deck, yes, some of that's true, but I feel like a lot of it is more about being that humanitarian and healing others and just always like the person that will always have your back. Like it's some very pure heart, a very pure heart is how I see it. But also the Emperor. So in my deck, like I said, the Knight of Cups becomes the Emperor. It's still Aries energy. I still stuck with all the zodiacs because it does resonate, I do believe. Now, some of the decks, the older ones, the Rider-Waite again, and I may do a show that decodes it also. So the original tarot, I don't fully agree. It doesn't fully resonate with my beliefs. So the Emperor, yes. Aries, yes, all the way. Also, it is my trump card. So this would be the trump card of my deck, just so you guys know. But it doesn't have to be yours, but it is for this one. But power, success, just being a good, wholesome person, though, and not letting that there's no ego with this Emperor at all. So this is a pure soul that just wants the best for everyone. So empowering and inspirational to others. So sounds like Donald Trump as well. And this is actually Lance Schuttler right here. So a lot of similarities, though, in personalities, too. For sure, because I do know him personally, and there's a lot of similarities. But always wants the best for the people and very caring and nurturing as well. So definitely the Emperor, he definitely deserves that. So he'll be on in a little bit, shortly. It's about 4:21 right now. But yeah, this is it. This is the beautiful deck, 80 cards. I would love for you guys to have for sure. But just remember, and I'm going to share again in case you're just now tuning in. So it is up and running on my website, but also included, it's a whole package deal. So not only the cards, and you have your choice, you can have them autographed if you want or not. But no matter what you choose, you still get the tarot course and a one-on-one reading with myself after you do the course. The course you can do on your own time. But if you need help in between, feel free. You guys can always send me an email if there's some questions about it, for sure. Arcanashores@gmail.com. So you're always going to have a lifetime pass of guidance and help with this deck because I created it. But definitely, yeah, it's a package deal, guys. So I'm excited to launch this finally. 2 years, man, it was a long one. But in Gemini season, right before we had the full moon in Sagittarius, so fire with the Gemini. I'm a Gemini moon and rising. What better time to do this? So, yep, very excited. And I thank you all for being here. This has been wonderful. And just your energy, your love, your spirit, it's encouraged me and inspired me to make this deck. So I couldn't have done it without you guys, without your readings, without your participation and support. You guys, you guys support me. This is my how I make my living. So you guys support me, and I invested that into making this deck. So it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you all so much, and I love you all. We're gonna switch a little bit of gears here. So if you didn't notice in the title of this video, not only is it about the cards, and I will share the website again, so arcanashores.net in case you're just tuning in. But that's where you're gonna go to order these cards. Okay, so arcanashores.net, and for some reason it's not popping up on here. There we go. Arcanashores.net, and it's on the very first page. It says the wait is over, and there it is. So, yep. I appreciate you guys. We're going to switch gears now. So, here we go. We're going to also, so I want you guys to get cozy. So, get cozy. I need you guys to pay attention. So, this is not something you want to miss. You want to listen to what's going on in this video. I'm going to share a clip. I shortened the clip. This whole video is about 18, 19 minutes. So I shortened it to about 8 minutes. So we're going to watch it. And I want you guys to pay attention. So get cozy. And here we go. Pay attention. And then after this, I'm going to bring Lance Schuttler on. All right. So here we go.
Happens in the election. It does not matter who wins the election. This is going to take place at the hands of the American people, with or without an election, and with or without whoever wins the election. I guarantee you that that will take place at the county and state level, because right now the federal government is not in a position because of its capture and its corruption. So imagine this. When you take a look at the direct messages and the geotagged location data of the 350 plus members on that deep state target list, and then you curate that, Elon Musk, and then do geotagging of the communications, and then you present those communications to name the county of the 3,143 county and county equivalents in our nation, the 50 states and the 6 federal districts, right? Okay. And then you identify where a treasonous communication took place. And then you present that to the local DA, similar to good old Alvin Bragg. That then will create the nexus to showcase this criminal, conspiratorial, seditious conspiracy and treason charge. And that local DA, the local sheriff, will then be deputizing folks like Ivan Raiklan and those of us that were thrown out of the military because we did not comply with the illegal DNA mutilation injection, the forced DNA mutilation injection.
Do you mean the COVID vaccine?
I'm talking about the CCP-19 lab incident money-making scheme by Pfizer, the Pfizer fail, the Moderna mutilation, or whether it was just a myocarditis-making, heart-exploding J&J jab. So those of us that were either thrown out or left because we would not participate in the DNA mutilation of our own physiological beings, there's 80,000 of us that are ready, willing, and able in order to be deputized by appropriate sheriffs throughout the country to be participants as lawful deputies to conduct a live stream swatting raids of every single person that we can identify that conducted the necessary unlawful activity by county on my deep state target list.
2 questions. Where did you get the 80,000 number? My first question.
Yeah. So 8,600, about 8,500 approximately, were thrown out of the military.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't do the vaccine.
because it wasn't a vaccine. The name of vaccine, the definition changed before the rollout, and it was never approved by the FDA. There was never a product that was approved by the FDA to then be able to coerce and manipulate into other people's bodies. Don't believe me? Look at the footnote on FDA's own quote unquote approval of Pfizer's Comirnaty, legally distinct, and the product was never created. The Pfizer BioNTech was created, but that one was never approved. That was
Okay.
only under emergency use authorization.
Right.
So I need to correct you on that one. You need to do some more studying now, okay?
Mhm.
Next, 80,000,
Mhm.
okay? As far as the 80,000 goes, that's the minimum that I see of folks that left the military early through retirement, ended their careers early because of the illegal mandate that was promulgated by and enforced by the entire chain of command. Those are also going to be many of the members on the deep state target list are those military leaders, quote unquote leaders, I call them failures within the Department of Defense and at the Pentagon that will face similar consequences for forcing and coercing unlawfully the mutilation of another person's body and thus minimizing and destroying our personal readiness
So this is
within
all
the
post
DoD
2020.
of political targets. So now it's my turn. I have a deep state target list and I'm coming for all of them. And what does that mean when I say coming for all of them? It means the most legal, moral, and ethical consequences to the maximum, to include the maximum punishment for treason. I personally guarantee that they're going to face those consequences. And you can take a look at that list.
Like, are you going to sue them? Is that what you would do?
Just wait for it.
Okay.
You will see it. It will be so visible for the entire world to see and hear. I'll give you some examples.
Okay.
I'm going to incorporate the precedents that's already been set. So we're going to incorporate what was done to General Flynn. We're going to incorporate what was done to Steve Bannon, what was done to Peter Navarro, what was done to Mike Lindell, what was done to Scott Perry. Translation: expect to see live stream swatting raids of every single individual on that deep state target list because the precedence has already been set.
And with
Remember
that,
when Mike Lindell in the Hardee's parking lot, the FBI went and conducted armed robbery of him in Minnesota? Remember when Peter Navarro was swatted in an airport? Retired Green Beret. Okay.
that I know. Well, that I might be interested in talking with you more about is your deep state target list, if
It's
you have time.
Elon Musk has it. Michael Schellenberger has it. Matt Taibbi has it. The Judiciary Committee has it. The Weaponization Committee has it. The Oversight Subcommittee that is part of the House Administration Committee has it. The House Freedom Caucus has it. The Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, likely has it. And it's just a matter of time for a joint press conference to take place between Speaker Johnson and Elon Musk to go ahead and disclose and release the Twitter direct messages of those individuals on my deep state target list, proving the seditious conspiracy going back to 2016, the illegal spying operation on the Trump campaign. You're also going to find the involvement of Mike Pence and his chief of staff, Joshua Pitcock, in that conspiracy, along with Josh Pitcock's wife, Catherine Seaman, who was the senior Russia analyst for Peter Strzok, who was one of the two individuals that was deployed by Jim Comey and Andrew McCabe to get General Flynn to lie or to get him fired, as per Bill Priestap's notes, which was the Deputy Assistant Director of Counterintelligence at the FBI.
That's a long list.
I can go in much more detail, but that's generally the crux of it. Every single member that you think I talk to or may talk to, I talk to them.
And what do you guys talk about? Like, what's the reason that you talk to them?
Everything that I put out publicly, I also provide that to them.
And I guess
I don't do anything behind the sheet, like behind closed doors.
I guess what I mean is, like,
transparent.
what are you hoping to get out of talking to them? Like, why do you do it?
I want to guarantee Elon Musk discloses the direct messages for the mother of all Twitter files so that the entire country can see what just occurred to them, from starting from the illegal spying operation the corrupt DOJ and FBI. The raid on Mar-a-Lago was to seize the evidence that was declassified by Donald Trump in the last few hours of his first term, which involved the Crossfire hurricane details, which would list all the names that I've mentioned so far.
Say you don't need, you're not waiting for Trump's election. Like, when are you planning to do it?
Stand by.
So
Just keep an eye on things.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I'm going to bring in Lance Schuttler. We're going to talk about this because this is a pretty good video. And here he is. Welcome.
Hey, Kristen. It's great to be back.
Yeah, good to see you. How you doing?
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Soul Tribe. Great seeing everyone. Loving the comments and appreciate the love.
Of course. Yeah. Well, they're happy you're here. You are the emperor, the emperor and the Knight of Cups since 2022, actually. You became the emperor this year, which is cool. But yeah, I'm so happy to have you in the deck. But hey, I really want to get into this. This video was awesome. So since you're here, aside from the cards and that excitement, let's do it. Let's talk about this. So what would you like to go over first? I mean, there's a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, for sure, Kristen. So first, let's talk about your cards. So thank you again. I'm honored to be in your deck. It's amazing. And, doing 5 autographs on them for 5 people.
Ooh, okay. So that means you guys get my autograph and Lance's autograph for 5 decks he will sign. Ooh, okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. And for those that are want to learn some things about language and grammar, I won't be signing in necromancy. I will be autographing in what real grammar is.
Yes, very good point. Yes, I meant autograph. So yes, because you guys, that's necromancy, cursive. So yeah, good reminder there. Quantum.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And I want to also tell people that I've seen your cards in person, Kristen. I've held them in my hands, and they really are top notch, you guys. Kristen's not just saying this. I know that she's put a lot of time and money and effort into this. And, she pulled out the decks that she showed you too in person. The other ones that are more on like just a cheaper paper material, and you can see how quickly those just start degrading. Kristen's are top notch. And I'm not just saying this, it's the actual truth. It's far and away better than all the other decks that she had laying out there. And those were beautiful decks. They were great. Just, I'm confirming to the audience that what you said, it's more than spot on. The decks are top notch, made out of very, very high quality material. They look great. They feel great. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, not at all. And thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, because you actually held them the day actually that they arrived. I had to show you. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, of course, Kristen. So I know that people will love them. And I know that, a lot of people are going to buy these and support you, and you deserve it. And, they're going to get a lot of value in return. The price on it, I think you're actually giving people a good deal for what they're getting with all of this. So, that's my 2 cents on it. You guys, I believe that you're getting a fantastic deal on this, not even just saying it. I know what's involved with all of this stuff and how much time and effort and money it takes to pull something like this off. And, Kristen, congrats and awesome job.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you. That's for sure. So thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, a lot of effort. And I think, you knew of all the effort I was putting in. I was always talking about them. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, of course. And the Ivan Raiklin video.
Yes.
Wow. So hopefully people were paying attention to everything that he was saying, because he was dropping massive information. So we spoke about this, Kristen. This is a video. I really encourage people to go watch the whole thing. It's 19 minutes. You will not be disappointed. Share it with everyone that you know, that whether they're aware of this stuff or not. You guys, this is a video that we have all been waiting for and praying for this whole time. You heard him talking about live stream SWAT raids on these people. Okay,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of talk about arrests, and we've heard all this stuff, but no one laid all that stuff out like he did. No one's put it in those clear terms. The definition: he's a lawyer and a former Green Beret, so he's speaking not just as a regular person, but speaking from a law angle and from a military angle. My personal view, Kristen, is that he's involved in the intelligence operation in some way or ways. I think it's pretty clear. He may not be, but I think that he is.
I believe so, and I think you were around when I pulled cards on it, and he is like what I'm getting. And you downloaded it first. I mean, your intuition's always spot on too. But yes, I believe it fully, no question. Yep.
Yeah, and it's exciting, you guys. Literally, this is a video we've been praying for and waiting for a long time. Long time. So, I have reason to feel optimistic about it and excited. We heard a lot of the good, juicy details that he shared in that, but there's more there, you guys. So definitely go listen because it's worth every minute.
Definitely. Yeah. Over on Twitter is where Lance told me to find it. And wow, blew my mind. You guys, it's about 19 minutes, but I clipped it into 8 with like my favorite highlights. So yeah, you guys go check it out. Twitter. It's Ivan Raiklin. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But yes, go look him up. Seriously, watch the whole video. What I'm excited for, Lance, is and I held up the banner previously, but the mother of all Twitter files. I feel like this, and I'm just going to make a prediction. I feel like that this is going to come out very soon within the next week or two. I do. I think this is probably first, the live stream. I'm going to be very bold, but I do think that it's heading towards 4th of July. I really do. I believe it.
Let's see it. That would be so amazing, Kristen. So amazing.
Yes. We need it. We need this. Everybody needs this, and we need relief for the people. We need justice, Yes,
exactly. So there's a few things that tie directly into this that are other updates. So you said July 4th. Well, something was just announced by the UK Prime Minister that there's going to be snap elections on July 4th in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's very interesting. There was something that just came out on how the 3-letter agency with the CI, the last one, they blocked a probe into Hunter's Hollywood tax, but all that stuff's now coming out. We know Hunter's got his trial coming up here in less than 2 weeks. We'll see if he goes on the run or if he go up. But like we've talked about, Kristen, at some point, I think and I know that you think the same thing, he's going to go on the run because Trump has continually said over the years, where's Hunter?
Where's Hunter? Yes.
So he's not just saying that continuously just for the heck of it, for the fun of it.
King of Swords. It's real.
Yep. And it's leading towards him going on the run or disappearing or something. Question being printed on the newspapers and on the headlines, where's Hunter?
Yes. So, he's gonna run. He's a weasel. He's gonna run because that's just what he does. Look at his fake father. For sure. Yep. Oh man, it's getting exciting, you guys, and there's a lot happening. And then the post last night that came out was kind of late. I don't know if you saw it, Lance, but crypto is also being accepted for the campaign. So now crypto they're inviting it for support for the campaign.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's huge. And a few other things too directly on this, Kristen. So going back to the video, people may or may not have caught this, but Ivan said, I want to personally guarantee that Elon releases the mother of all Twitter files. He didn't say, I want to ask Elon, I want to ask them to do this. He said, and go back and listen, you can hear it.
Mhm.
I want to guarantee that Elon releases those Twitter files.
Yeah, he did.
He also said, I want to personally guarantee that those people will all face consequences, and
Yes.
consequences up to treason. And we all know what the penalty is for treason.
Mm-hmm. Ultimate penalty.
Right. And so this ties in with a post that was made on the intelligence operation, that special message board, Kristen.
Yep. Mm-hmm. 17th letter. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So on post 2724, this was February 14th, 2019. This post was made by that certain letter in the alphabet.
Yes.
Said, a traitor's justice. Phase 3. Panic in DC. Rats everywhere. For those who decide to save the taxpayers some money, there is no escaping God. 17th letter.
Whoa.
So what they mean by that is, a traitor's justice. Phase 3, panic in DC, rats everywhere. For those who decide to save the taxpayers some money, there's no escaping God. The way, I'm interpreting that last 2 lines is, for those who decide to save the taxpayer money, meaning for those who decide to end their own life before they get caught,
Mm-hmm.
there's no escaping God. Meaning
Right.
you can take your life, but your justice is coming beyond.
Yep. You're still, you're going to pay. No matter what you do, you're going to pay. Yep.
Yeah. So that ties in really, really well, I think, to what's coming and what's going on. Another thing too is we've seen now a few attempted hits on some prime ministers over the past few weeks.
Yes.
Slovenia. There was something with the Saudi King Salman, who I think has been replaced at this time. And then another prime minister, I'm not recalling, but then we also remember, and this is the whole point, a couple days ago, what happened. The Iranian president
Mm-hmm.
passed over in an attack or a helicopter or something. We don't know what's really going on, but I think it's all staged.
Yes.
So you have the day the Iranian president passes over, and then that same day, the International Criminal Court, the ICC, issued arrest warrants for probably one of the most prolific criminals on this planet in the past, allegedly, which is Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli prime minister, and a couple other people from Hamas. So to me, Kristen, we talked about this. Okay, no coincidences, we know that. But what are the odds that the Iranian president dies on a day and then arrest warrants are issued for the other 2, conflicting neighboring, countries / states of Israel and Hamas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So the stage is being set. And part of what I want to share with that is, imagine if we would have heard the news even 2 years ago, especially 4 years ago, even more so 6 or 8 years ago, that arrest warrants were issued for Netanyahu, we would all be celebrating. This would be the top of the news for all of us. No one even heard about it. I mean,
I know.
it made mainstream, but it's an afterthought at this point, even just a couple days later. So my point with all of it is that we're seeing things take place, and that all the cards are getting lined up for these swap rates, these live plays.
Yep.
And that's what we want to see. That's what we want.
We want it, and it's live stream. And I can't remember word for word, but Ivan said it'll be worldwide. You cannot miss it. It's gonna stop everybody in their tracks. Worldwide live stream. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, go watch that, you guys. It's already over 10 million views. General Flynn is sharing it. Others around, what I believe is, that intelligence operation, they're sharing it, telling people to share it.
Yes.
They're getting people ready and getting the collective ready. And they've sort of planted the visuals in our mind of what's going to happen. We should expect live streaming SWAT raids on these people.
Exactly. Yes. And that's what it's going to be. I believe it fully. I believe everything he said is right on. You could feel his energy. I do want to pull one question out of there. What are your thoughts on the EBS? Because this is a major question that comes to me all the time. But what is your take on it? Do you think that the EBS is really going to happen?
I think that there'll be something, but I don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, I think they're going to utilize it and do it in some way, but it'll be obviously very important for what that is. But I think in general, the energy of it will be more benign in that it's kind of giving us an alert in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what I was feeling too. I don't think it's nothing of fear, you guys. I don't believe that the good guys are going to do that to the people. They're trying to help us. They're trying to get justice. They're fighting for justice. Trump's fighting for the people. They're not going to scare you. They're not going to, it's not fear. They're not going to steal from you. I don't believe in all of the fear out there. So I'm right there with you. I don't think it's going to be scary. No.
Yeah. All positive, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Though they did say a scare event is necessary. And again, we talked about this. I think the scare event might be a fake, completely staged, a fake attempted
Right. Takeout.
takeout
Mm-hmm.
on 45, soon to be 47. But
Yeah.
again, I think it would be if that would happen, it would be 100% controlled by the good guys, nothing even close to real, and just setting the stage and even more of the precedent of okay, well, if they're going to go after him for his life, then the game's on. And I think that that's sort of where things are leading. To me, that's what makes most sense because that's what they would do if they
Yeah.
were in control. If and they couldn't get the courts to do what they wanted, couldn't do anything like that, they would end up just going after him.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. For sure. Wow. Well, it's getting good. It's getting good, the storyline. But I wanted to move along a little faster, you know?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. We need to see these arrests tonight.
I know. Well, we're out of tourists, so freaking tourist season was slowing everything down. No, but now Gemini, things are taking action. Things should speed up. Like looking at astrology, there's a lot of things around the world that should really happen. Like Sagittarius too. Like they need business. Like that's fire. Something has to give. You know.
Yeah,
Ah.
100%.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But yeah. Well, this is fun. Anything else that you have for us?
I mean, not at the moment. I can say that also, there's rats everywhere, Kristen, as you know, and there's
Yeah.
rats on a governmental level around the area where I live, and uh, they also will not like some of the stuff that's coming because there's corruption everywhere, and the swamp has yet to be fully drained, but it will be, and some of that stuff is here in Florida, and I'll just say stay tuned. Like Ivan said. There's some things coming for sure, and there's been some crimes committed, and these things will be documented in different ways. And thankfully, they weren't committed against me, but there's some serious things going on here, guys, and I'll share a lot more about it. It'll be very public,
Yep.
And it's going to be good. We need to expose these people for what they've done because they would steal everything from us. They would just continue their games. We need justice on a macro level and a micro level. And so why I'm sharing this is if you see things going on in your local town or wherever you live, document, say things, investigate, do what you can to make a difference.
Yep.
Because it's very important. And I'm seeing firsthand that, okay, there's still swamp creatures and rats out here everywhere.
Yes.
And we need to take care of them.
Yeah, and I'm not going to blow anything here, but you are taking care of them. That's all I'm going to say. in the swamplands around there, in your certain areas there's a lot of different corners of corrupt individuals, and you're definitely the emperor. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Kristen. And as you know, I'm very much looking forward to getting this out there and making sure that the people who have been victims, that they get justice, because they deserve it. And people are going to be shocked at what comes out with this. It's pretty incredible.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to publicize it. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I'm sure they're all on the edge of their seats. But it's a lot, you guys. You're going to be very, very intrigued and impressed. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen. Thanks for the support.
Yes.
Other things, just continuing to work on that, and of course, just trying to make more impact with people with Ascent and everything else. There's other things coming outside of Ascent, and just trying to get the word out there and help more people. So, we'll be sharing all that stuff in due time, and I'm just as tuned into what's going on, and very excited about what we're seeing in the world and locally too.
Oh yeah, me too. It's getting exciting, real juicy.
Exactly.
And everybody out there. So if you don't know already, on my website under shop, it goes right to Ascent. So all my links, if you're always like, where's her links for Ascent? It's all on my website, arcanashores.net, hit shop, and it goes right there. But yeah, show your support for Lance as well. But definitely a true, pure friend for sure, Lance Schuttler. Thank you very much. You've always been very good and inspiring and empowering. So thank you.
Thank you too, Kristen. All the same right back to you as well, truly.
Yes, appreciate it. And they all love you here. Connie's out there. She wants you to come back soon. Awesome.
Yes. Thank you for all the love that you spread and share. I see some of it. Truly, thank you. And everyone else too, of course. Connie is leading the cheerleading group, let's say, and we really appreciate that. And everyone who supported or still supports, very appreciative of that. And a lot of good things coming. Kristen, thank you for all your support too.
Of course, yeah, and thanks for coming on today, you guys. We will have another quantum news update as things keep getting spicy around here. So yeah, stay tuned. Lance will be back. But thanks for joining me on this special episode of the launch party. So yeah, awesome. This is great. But thanks for coming.
Thanks, Kristen. Thanks, everyone.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to also sign off, but thank you all for being here. And yeah, you guys all have a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon. See you soon. Bye.